trembling hands, I yanked the blood-stained white sheet off Zara's body. My heart stopped. What lay before me was not human. Zara's body had no bones. It was a heap of flesh, collapsed like a discarded rag on the stretcher, and my unborn child. There was only a hollow, terrifying void. I let out a soul-shattering scream, Nu'u, suddenly waking up in bed, gasping and covered in sweat. My eyes snapped open. Zara was sitting right next to me, shaking with fear. My mother burst into the room. What happened? Was it just a nightmare? Their voices were filled with worry, pulling me back to reality. I grabbed Zara and sobbed uncontrollably. Only one thought raced through my mind. Was this truly just a dream? If it was, then why could I still hear the sound of bones snapping? Why did the blood-red lights in the hollow gaze of that old man feel so real, etched into my brain like a brand? No, this was no ordinary dream. Without a word, I left the house. I had to go back. I drove through the same rain-slicked roads until I reached the exact spot where I had seen the hospital last night. But as I stepped out, the ground vanished beneath my feet. The hospital was gone. There was nothing but an overgrown, abandoned jungle filled with weeds. How could a massive building vanish overnight? I stopped a few locals, and they looked at me like I was insane. A hospital? Son, there hasn't been a building here in 50 years. Are you out of your mind? As I was turning back in despair, a raspy, broken voice called out from the shadows of the trees. Are you looking for someone, boy? An old, withered man stood there, desperate. I told him everything. He led me to his crumbling shack, and what he said next turned my blood to ice. It wasn't a dream, boy. It was the price of your father's sins. I was stunned. My father, he died in a car accident. The old man sighed deeply. That's what the world knows, but the truth is buried much deeper. The hospital you saw last night, your father owned it, okay? And that man with the lantern, those 3 doctors, they aren't human, okay? They are Jinn, restless, vengeful spirits. Your father brutally murdered them all one night and buried them behind the hospital walls. They want their blood debt. They won't stop until your entire bloodline is wiped out. My hands went cold. What are you saying? How do we survive this? The old man looked directly into my eyes. Tonight is the full moon. At exactly midnight, they will return. If you cannot quiet those cursed souls before the moon sets, not a single member of your family will live to see tomorrow's sun. What was the horrific, bloody history my father hid from me? And how will I protect my wife and my unborn child from the Jinn tonight? Do you want to know what happened to us on that night of the full moon? Comment part 3 below.